last one. The Sportsbet Australian hurdle, and the field is set.
Rolling, clear.
Ready and racing, 12 flights in all, and the first one comes up quickly. Leaderboard jumped well with also Rising Renown as they pop over it. Port Guillaume up to third, then came out and Dreaming El Diaz as they get over the second one within 200 metres. They were followed then by Chains of Honour, Bazzini, Lincoln King, and at the tail of the field is Blandford Lad. So they have a bit of a gap in jumping here as they walk past the 1200 metres on the first round, and it's Leaderboard, the Kiwi leading out by 2 lengths. Second, Rising Renown, a couple of lengths, Bazzini and Port Guillaume, and then came El Diaz. Further back is Out and Dreaming, and then came Chains of Honour. A couple of lengths away then to Lincoln King, and last of all is Blandford Lad. To the side of the track now, they've got that one single flight to negotiate, where it's Leaderboard for Will Gordon, looking for a treble today and a clean sweep of the jumping features. Leaderboard came to it and popped over it well. From Rising Renown second, Bazzini third, and then came Chains of Honour wider. Port Guillaume is fifth on the inside of El Diaz, and then came Out and Dreaming. Second last in the race as they come around the turn, Blandford Lad, and Lincoln King last. They come around the corner and it's Leaderboard. As it likes, faces up for 2 in the straight. Leaderboard from Rising Renown. Chains of Honour using plenty of the track. Brought towards the outside away from the others. And then came Bazzini and Port Guillaume as they come to the next flight, flight number 4. Chains of Honour jumped it cleanly. Rising Renown third, Bazzini fourth, Port Guillaume fifth. Then El Diaz, Out and Dreaming. Second last, Blandford Lad. Lincoln King last. So it's Leaderboard, the leader, as they come down towards the post with Chains of Honour, who's using plenty of the outskirts here and is going to sidle past. So as they come to the next one, Chains of Honour is the new leader in the Australian hurdle and comes to the flight in front of the stands and leapt it well from Leaderboard second. In third is Rising Renown, and they were followed next in the field, leaving the straight by Bazzini as Chains of Honour continues that course wide, leaving the running. Port Guillaume next on the inside on the marker pegs from El Diaz, Out and Dreaming. Second last in the race, Lincoln King alongside of Blandford Lad, the third in the race last year. So it's Chains of Honour heading towards the back section of the course with 2,000 metres to go in the Australian hurdle by a length and a quarter. Leaderboard is second. 2 further back in the field, Rising Renown, and fourth is Bazzini. A length away, Port Guillaume, and they were followed by El Diaz. Blandford Lad's on a wide run, but just starting to improve from Out and Dreaming. And at the tail of the field, 2 lengths away, Lincoln King. So Chains of Honour, the leader, comes to the first of 5 on the hill. Chains of Honour in the middle of the track, led by a length and a half to Leaderboard, and over they go. They were followed by Rising Renown. Blandford Lad improves to fourth. Then came Bazzini over the second on the hill. Port Guillaume next the rails, and then came El Diaz over the next one. Out and Dreaming second last, and 2 for the back at the tail, Lincoln King. So Chains of Honour tries to extend them now as they run up the hill to the fourth on the hill, led by 3 lengths. Leaderboard as Chains of Honour scrambled through it. Leaderboard second, Rising Renown third, and fourth Blandford Lad as they jump the last of 5 on the hill. Port Guillaume fifth on the inside from El Diaz. Bazzini's about to get going. A gap in the field, Out and Dreaming, and Lincoln King last as they descend at the 1100 metres. Chains of Honour is the front runner. Second is Leaderboard, now only 3/4 of a length off the leader. Blandford Lad is third, 2 lengths off the leader. Rising Renown further back in the field, El Diaz, Port Guillaume. Then came Bazzini, who's hard at it from Out and Dreaming, and Lincoln King. So it's Chains of Honour looking for another hurdle feature. Comes to the second last at the 750 with Leaderboard, who's right there as they leap it. Chains of Honour got over it okay, but Leaderboard's giving up the stare, and they're having a set 2 as they reach the 600 metres, and they sprint away 5 or 6 lengths in front of in third, Rising Renown, Port Guillaume. Then came Blandford Lad, and behind them Lincoln King. Chains of Honour grabbed by Leaderboard. 400 metres to go, 1 to get over, and Port Guillaume is running on 2. Leaderboard took the front with Port Guillaume the threat, then Chains of Honour, 1 to get over. Leaderboard comes to it, jumped it okay from Port Guillaume. A gap in the field, Chains of Honour, Lincoln King. Port Guillaume took the front from Leaderboard, who's weary at the 200. Port Guillaume, 2 lengths in front from Leaderboard, make that 3. They were followed by Lincoln King. Port Guillaume going well, 100 to go. Port Port Guillaume for Team Hayes and Lindsay Park. They take out the Australian hurdle. Second's very close. Lincoln King will leaderboard. A long gap in the field. Blandford Lad, Chains of Honour. Then Out and Dreaming, Rising Renown. El Diaz, and I think Brazzini was pulled up before the last. Another spectacular renewal of the Australian hurdle, but Port Guillaume is the winner. Tommy Ryan for Ben Will and JD Hayes at 260 and 150. Brought into the race at the right time and has outstayed them. Port